Timothy Edpison has been living in the Gill Breeze Subdivision for close to a decade, and life up north has been anything but breezy. Edpison is one of 31 families living in the Gill Breeze Subdivision, and although coming from different walks of life, they all share one thing in common. They haven't had running water for nearly 10 years.
The most problem that we're facing is the water, and then the road. When you came up, you can see the road is it's a rocky road, and we're using our cars to get water, and we put drums at the back of our truck. Even some of us have a truck, but some they don't. So they're carrying like 1 gallon water, put in there the seat. They have a small car to drive up, and it's kind of heavy and breaking the shocks for our car, and we've been suffering for long enough.
From a 1-gallon container up to a 200-gallon drum, the Gill Mayor's office has authorized Gill Breeze residents for years to collect water from the Gill baseball field to bring back to their homes. At least twice a week, Edpison will collect a week's worth of water. However, when it's dry season or sunny out, she'll make a third trip out.
Now the kids are, when there's a school, it's kind of having a hard time because, you know, we have to wash the kids' uniform, and the kids are using water every day to shower and go to school.
And although the road won't necessarily be fixed tomorrow, the Gill Mayor's office is working on providing a water source closer to Gill Breeze residents. Following a public meeting last night, Gill Mayor Robert Lizama hopes to work with the Guam Water Works Authority to ensure some progress.
So with that, they are going to provide the water source out of the fire hydrant that is there set in place, and they're going to hook up a water pipe, and then at the same time they would have to apply for a meter. But we have over 30 families that are up there, so who's going to apply for the water?
Lizama says he's willing to apply for the meter for Gill Breeze, leaving its residents the responsibility of payment. And just as a groundbreaking was held earlier this week for a road project leading into another of the developer's project, the Gill Breeze Subdivision, he hopes the government can learn from its past errors.
That any type of development, be it a housing development or a development that involves leasing out lot per lot, you know, that they really seriously look at the infrastructure, you know, in ensuring that when we're going to allow families to reside there, the very least is to have water.
However, Edpison can't understand how the developer would leave residents without one of life's basic necessities.
If it were him that would be staying here, like us that we're suffering, and you know, we're paying our lot monthly, faithfully, that we're paying, and he's just sitting down at his office collecting all the money, and he don't care about us as long as he get the money, and for us we're suffering with our kids getting for the water.
CCU Chairman Simon Sanchez, meanwhile, told KUAM today that the long-standing issue is a failure of the developer Francis Gill to put the infrastructure in for the residents of Gill Breeze, and estimates it to cost $3 million to put in a water system. You may recall Gill was convicted in the 1990s for a land scam case, but in 2002 he was pardoned by then-Governor Carl Gutierrez. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintanilla.